Building upon our understanding of what defines a licensee and the scope of authorized real estate activity, we now focus on one of the most critical roles within the Arizona real estate profession: the designated broker. Every real estate entity, whether a sole proprietorship, corporation, partnership, or limited liability company, must appoint a designated broker who serves as the legally responsible party for the firm's actions. This position carries significant authority and responsibility under ARS Section 322125A and Commissioner's Rule R4-2 8-1103, which together form the legal framework governing broker supervision and control in Arizona. The designated broker represents the foundation of professional accountability in a real estate entity. Under ARS Section 32-2125A, each licensed entity must have a single natural person designated as the broker who oversees and manages all real estate activities conducted under that entity's license. The designated broker must hold an active Arizona broker's license and must be approved by the Arizona Department of Real Estate ADRE to act on behalf of the entity. No other person within the company may independently engage in real estate transactions unless they are also licensed and working under the designated broker's supervision. The primary duty of a designated broker is to exercise reasonable supervision and control over all licensed and unlicensed persons within the brokerage. This responsibility is outlined in ARS Section 32-2153A21 and expanded upon in Commissioner's Rule R4-2 8-1103A-G. Reasonable supervision is not merely a suggestion. It is a legal mandate requiring the broker to implement and maintain systems that ensure all real estate activities comply with Arizona law. The broker is personally accountable for the actions, errors, and omissions of all licensees affiliated with the brokerage. The rule requires brokers to establish written policies and procedures that clearly define operational standards for the firm. These policies should include expectations regarding contract preparation and review, advertising approval, trust account management, document retention, transaction reporting, and communication with clients. For example, a designated broker at Desert Vista Realty might implement a policy requiring all listing agreements and purchase contracts to be reviewed and initialed by the broker before being presented to clients or submitted to escrow. This ensures compliance with ARS Section 32-2151.01, which requires brokers to maintain complete transaction records for at least 5 years. A critical component of reasonable supervision includes the oversight of trust accounts and earnest money deposits. Under ARS Section 32-2151A and Commissioner's Rule R4-2 8-805, the designated broker must ensure that all client funds are handled correctly, deposited into properly designated trust accounts, and dispersed according to the terms of the transaction. Any commingling of personal funds with client funds is strictly prohibited. For example, if an earnest money check is received from a buyer, the broker must verify that it is deposited into the brokerage's trust account within the required time frame and recorded accurately. Supervision also extends to advertising and marketing. Under R4-28-502A, all advertising must clearly identify the employing broker and be truthful and not misleading. The designated broker must review and approve all advertisements created by affiliated licensees before publication. If an agent posts a property on social media, includes the brokerage name in a video, or distributes flyers, the broker must ensure those materials comply with all disclosure requirements. Failure to properly supervise advertising is a common cause of disciplinary action by the ADRE. Another area requiring close supervision is unlicensed assistants. While unlicensed personnel may perform administrative and clerical duties, They may not engage in activities requiring a license, such as negotiating terms, showing properties, or discussing price. The designated broker must train and monitor all employees to ensure they understand the boundaries of their duties. In accordance with ARS Section 32-2122 and R4-28-1103A, the designated broker must also provide timely and direct communication with all affiliated licensees and maintain accessibility to review documents, answer legal or ethical questions, and resolve conflicts. Regular meetings, policy training sessions, and written compliance updates are examples of how brokers can maintain effective oversight. For instance, a broker may hold monthly meetings to review recent contract issues or legal updates from ADRE, ensuring that agents remain informed and compliant with current regulations. The law also requires that a designated broker maintain direct management and control over all branch offices and affiliated brokers, even if those offices are located in different cities. This includes supervising all real estate transactions, record keeping, and staff conduct. If a designated broker cannot provide adequate supervision due to geographic or logistical constraints, the ADRE may require the appointment of a branch manager who holds a broker's license and reports directly to the designated broker, as permitted under R4-28-304B. In disciplinary cases, the ADRE and Arizona courts have consistently upheld that brokers bear full responsibility for ensuring compliance. In cases such as NRE, Arizona Department of Real Estate versus Johnson Realty Group, the commissioner reaffirmed that ignorance or delegation of responsibility does not excuse failure to supervise. Brokers must remain vigilant, establish clear compliance systems, and document all supervisory efforts to demonstrate reasonable control. Failure to exercise proper supervision can result in disciplinary action under ARS Section 32-2153A21, including license suspension, revocation, fines, or restrictions. The ADRE may also issue administrative orders requiring brokers to attend remedial education or submit compliance reports. These penalties reinforce the seriousness of the broker's duty to maintain professional oversight and protect the public interest. Review summary. In this section, you learn that a designated broker is the licensed individual responsible for managing and supervising all real estate activities within an entity. Under ARS Section 32-2125A and Commissioner's Rule R4-28-1103, the broker must establish written policies, oversee trust accounts, review contracts and advertising, and maintain control over all affiliated licensees. Reasonable supervision means maintaining direct involvement in all brokerage operations, providing training, and ensuring that all actions comply with the law. Brokers are personally accountable for violations committed under their supervision and must exercise constant vigilance to prevent misconduct or errors within their firm discussion. Why is the designated broker considered the most critical position within a real estate entity? Answer: because the designated broker bears full legal responsibility for ensuring compliance with all statutes, rules, and professional standards within the brokerage. What does reasonable supervision require under R4-28-1103? Answer: the broker must establish written policies, review all transactions and advertising, manage trust accounts, and oversee the conduct of all licensees and staff. Why must advertising be reviewed and approved by the broker? Answer: to ensure that all marketing materials are truthful, identify the employing broker, and comply with R4-28-502A. What are the consequences of failing to provide proper supervision? Answer: disciplinary action by the ADRE under ARS Section 32-2153 AA21, including fines, license suspension, or revocation. Can a broker delegate all supervisory duties to a team leader or office manager? Answer: no. The designated broker retains ultimate responsibility and liability, even if some oversight duties are delegated. Closing remarks. The designated broker serves as the cornerstone of professionalism and compliance within Arizona's real estate industry. Their responsibility extends far beyond daily operations. They are the guardians of ethical conduct, consumer protection, and legal compliance. Through proper supervision, written policies, and consistent oversight, a designated broker not only safeguards their brokerage, but also upholds the integrity of the entire profession. Mastering these responsibilities ensures that all affiliated licensees operate under a system of accountability and that the public can trust in the lawful conduct of Arizona's real estate practitioners.